Here's a demo of how the Noonan app works. So what we're doing is we are using your launch monitor or golf simulator data to make shot recommendations on the golf course. So the first thing we want to do is we want to add data for each one of my clubs. We recommend 10 shots per club. As you can see here, I've already uploaded my data. I can grow and see all the different data points we have. Very simple. All we need is your carry, total, and offline to create your dispersion pattern. So if you use a Garmin launch monitor, you can just link your account and the data will flow over automatically. If you use TrackMan, for example, you can actually just take a screenshot from the app and upload it, and we will scrape that data for you. We recommend using the shot analysis module, and Noonan will grab that data right from that screenshotted image. I'm not going to do that because I already have my data uploaded. So we'll go back. That's all you need, right? Once I've got my data uploaded, I'll have all my distances, I'll have my dispersion patterns. I'll even have a really cool feature over here called wind distance, where we have actually taken your data, applied the different wind conditions. So every major angle, into the wind, downwind, crosswind, diagonal wind at 5, 10, 15 miles and 20 miles an hour, and given you personalized adjustments. So if your driver goes 282 on average, well, downwind on 5 miles an hour, go 293. If it's into the wind by 5 miles an hour, it'll go 270. So we give you those adjustments on every single one of your clubs. You can save that as an image, and then that would actually be tournament legal. So you get a value out of Noonan immediately once you upload your data. But the real cool thing happens when you're on the golf course or when you want to play around. So you go ahead and find your course. We're going to use this Purgatory because it gives a lot of contrasting visuals and very difficult aim lines. Noonan is super simple to use. All you have to do is hit the recommend club. When you do that, Noonan is going to scan the hole. It looks at every single club and aim combination, calculates your odds to hit the green, bunker, fairway, penalty, and then makes the recommendation for the club and aim combo that give you the highest odds for success. So, as you can imagine, this is a very difficult hole, diagonal, you've got water. The further left you go, the more you have to carry that water. So, finding the right angle and the right club is extremely important. What Noonan is showing you here, that red circle is where 95% of your shots are predicted to land. So we didn't just draw a circle around every single shot that you hit in the golf simulator. No, we looked at your miss, we applied statistics to it, and showed you your dispersion pattern where 95% of your shots are predicted to land. Now, we also give you your target aim line. That target aim line right here, that is what you were trying to hit in the simulator. So when you try and hit that target aim line, you have a tendency, or I have a tendency, to hit it to the right of where I'm trying to hit it, have a slight fade or a slight push. And I can now figure out, well, based off of my aim line, where I need to aim it in order to have my dispersion pattern land where I want. Next thing is we get our recommended club, which is down here in these shot odds. And then finally, you get the shot odds themselves. So this is a prediction of if you aim at that target aim line, you hit the recommended club, what are the odds that your shot will land in each area of the golf course? So we can see I've got an 81% chance to hit the fairway, a 1% chance to hit the penalty area, a 5% chance to hit the bunker, and 12% chance to hit the rough. And this is based on my carry distance. Now, the cool thing is I can actually change my aim line, and I can see how my odds change as I take more aggressive or more conservative lines. So as I have this open, I can move this over. I'm seeing my odds change. So if I wanted to try and cut a little bit more off, yeah, I could probably get away with a little bit. But the further I move it left, obviously the more I have to carry it, the more that water comes into play, and that becomes a problem. Now, another cool feature is we can go into here and we can do our club comparisons. So I turn it on club comparisons, we get not only the recommended club, but we also get the other two ideal options. So if I'm not feeling good with my driver, or I just want validation that driver is the right play, I can see, okay, what would I have to do with my 3-wood? And you can see here, again, the target aim line is personalized to that club and those shots. So with my 3-wood, I tend to draw it a little bit. My dispersion ends left of my intended path. And then my 5-wood, same thing. And you can see here, my 5-wood, we've actually moved all the way to the right side, because if I move it too far over to the left, we bring that penalty area into play. So I've got a pretty wide dispersion with my 5-wood. We don't want to see that penalty going above 5%. At that point, strokes gained takes over and you're in a worse spot than you would be just playing it out in the conservative line. But again, 81% versus 65% versus 56%. I'll take that distance and percentage all day long.